What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk About It, your favorite Bleacher Report IG Live show. I am your host, Jeff. Now, we were supposed to be emanating from Atlanta, Super Bowl 53 in Radio Row, but had a little bit of technical difficulty, so that loss is your gain, because you get another day of me, and you get another day to add all of your questions and commentary to the show so we could talk about it. There's a lot going on. Super Bowl is about, if my math is good, 4 days away, and there's a lot to talk about that, but there's still some fallout from this Anthony Davis trade situation and where is he gonna go, but there have been reports that Kyrie is open to joining LeBron again in LA. Now, we've been talking about this all morning amongst ourselves, and my personal opinion, I don't think it's improbable. I don't think it's impossible for that reunion to happen, but I do think there's a lot of trolling going on. I think LeBron knows how to manipulate the media, so does Kyrie, and I think they have a lot of fun with it. There may be some truth in it, but I will believe it when I see it. But once again, I don't think it's impossible, but we'll see. LeBron, the recruiter, Kyrie should sign his contract now. I don't think one TRGX threat. I don't think that he should sign his contract now. That's not proper business. You wait. You wait until the end of the year and you explore all your options. I think it was also a really overblown, the beef between LeBron and Kyrie. I think they got along, but with any of your friends that you may have out there in Instagram land, you know, you might have some things about people you love and people that you're cool with that just clash. And why wouldn't Kyrie want to take the reins and lead a team of his own? Besides, he knew LeBron was out of there. And if I wanted to stay in that smoldering pit, fire, dumpster fire that was the Cavs, nah, I'm abandoned ship. We're not gonna go out like Jack in Titanic, and Jack deserved better. He always deserved better. Lakers gonna offer the whole starting lineup for Kyrie. Not if he's a free agent, RBE Nick. They're gonna wait for him. They're not gonna trade for him. It would make no sense in the world to trade for him. They're gonna wait. And I think it's very smart for them to wait. I also think it hinges on whether or not Anthony Davis goes to LA or they get another bona fide star, because you don't wanna trade the Cavs in Cleveland for a Cavs situation in LA. The weather is better though. It is good living. It probably is a little bit better living in LA, but I don't think for basketball reasons that would want to happen. Kyrie and Davis, James, it's over. Kyrie should stay on the Celtics. If you're the Lakers, keep Ball and Kuzma. There's a lot of good ranges and questions going on right now, and in commentary, I should say. Kyrie should stay on the Celtics. It depends, man. They, at one point, before that horrible Gordon Hayward injury, they looked like they were next. Like they were neck and neck with the Cavs, ready to take them over. And it's funny, one injury can derail a whole series of events. Does Jason Tatum actually step up the way he does if Gordon Hayward is there? Who knows? But Kyrie has some thinking to do. Kyrie needs LeBron. I don't think that. I think you could say the league needs LeBron, but I don't think that Kyrie needs LeBron. You saw in his interview, he probably realized that, yeah, I was being an asshole at times, I was being hard-headed, and I didn't know what this leadership thing was like. That's probably the crux of what their conversation was, and why not call somebody who's been there and done that? That's why I said that whole beef thing was overblown. He just wants somebody who wants to step out on his own. I think he probably needs him, as we all need our OGs for guidance, need him to help mentor him. But as far as needs him for basketball, I still think Kyrie can do his thing with other players. KD and Kyrie in New York. If this was 5 years ago, I would say that's preposterous, but there have been reports, there have been things that have been linked to KD coming. Kyrie may be in New York, but maybe in Brooklyn and not Manhattan. Who knows? I've heard that too. I don't know. It's gonna be contingent upon what happens in the draft. And I think after that, the people are gonna assess their options and see, but that's not as far-fetched as it once was. I'm not gonna hold my breath. Let me say a prayer. But I'm not gonna hold my breath. But that would be awesome. Do you think Kyrie should stay or leave? Matthew Yates, 8. Yo, that's a tough question because Brad Stevens is a hell of a coach and he just knows how to make his teams go. I'm not really sure what he should do. I think he needs to really assess where he thinks the team can ultimately go. Because it's cool to be a man on the team, and if you're not going to get the personnel around you in order to get to the next level, why stay marred in mediocrity, you know? But I think what happens this season with the Celtics is going to determine whether or not he stays or he goes. I'd love for him to come to New York. Like, that's just me. So in that instance, I would say go, but that's a tougher decision. But what's not a tough decision is to talk about Super Bowl 53. It's going down this Sunday, and there's a lot of storylines going out. But before I get into that, tell me you saw on your Bleacher Report app notification, because let's not act like you don't have the app. And if you don't, you need to go download this after we're done. Go download the app so that you get alerts like this. Some might say a brave Pittsburgh TV graphics designer added known cheater to Tom Brady's lower third. However you feel about him, he lost his job. Let me know, do you think it's worth it to lose your job to get a joke off like that on national TV? I mean, it's good for us. It's content. We have something to talk about, and we're going to get these jokes off. But would you really put your job on the line to get that joke off? Was it fair to fire him? I know some of my graphics guys are watching this right now like, I've wanted to do this many times, but my paycheck means more than a retweet or a like. When you talk about being fair, listen, man, you take a risk like that. This is on Pittsburgh TV. This is going out to hundreds of thousands of people. You know what you were doing, and you knew. There's probably one person or a couple of people who are in that booth where you know it was either one of y'all. So you take a risk like that, when the axe comes down, look at the mirror. Who you gonna blame? Me, who you mad at, me or yourself? Pats winning it by double digits. Rams all the way. Jay Scotland, totally worth it. Totally worth it. Spoken like a man with no bills. Spoken like a man with no financial worries in the world. Like I said, you won't catch me sending off any tweets or any graphics like that unless it's meant to be. I don't know, man. It's not worth it. Yeah, I mean, it's worth it for us because, you know, say what you will. There's a lot of evidence that all wasn't on the up and up with those teams and some of the things that were going on, but that shit was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
What if it's a bigger plan? Like, they fired him, but then they get honest attention to the paper?
Nah, I don't think so. If it was a bigger plan, they would have known. They would have known. I don't think there's any way that it was a bigger plan. Not on Pittsburgh local TV. There's no way you do that. Now, if it was a regular show, maybe, but I don't think there's no way you do that. Let's get to the Super Bowl. Some of the matchups that I'm looking at, in any of these Super Bowls, all the 85 that Brady and the Patriots have been in, it's gonna be that front four. That front four of the Rams, whether or not they get pressure on Brady and able to disrupt his comfort level. If they are able to do that, we have seen in the past, that's one of the main ways that you're gonna beat the Patriots. I'm also interested to see what's going on with Todd Gurley. He didn't really have a good game in the championship game, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna play out. Are the Patriots gonna be able to slow down the Rams' offense? CJ Anderson's been going nuts. Like, there's a lot of things to look at, but I think that front line, that Rams front four versus getting to Brady is gonna be the one that I'm looking at the most. Patriots are the greatest dynasty in football history. As much as I wanna disagree with that, I don't know if I can. Like, in terms of their sustained relevancy and dominance, I think it's been unmatched. It's been double-digit seasons, but I'd love to see them in a different division. Let me just say that. I wish the rest of the division would have kept up for that time, but they've shown their excellence, man. You got to tip your cap. Aaron Donald, MVP. De La Zada, I could see that. I can see that if he makes the impact that he's going to need to make for them to win, oh, for sure. What do you think about CJ Anderson? He gave the greatest quote. I've seen it in a while. Go to Bleacher Report's IG to check that out. But yeah, CJ Anderson came out of nowhere, man. It seemed like he came out of nowhere, and he's playing well at the right time. And that just gives the Patriots another weapon to worry about, which is one more than they didn't need to worry about. So I think he's gonna be a factor if they let him. Brady knows that the front four is coming. The ball will be out of his hands in under 1 second. The problem with that is when it's out of his hands in 1 second, he doesn't make the prudent decisions all the time. He's not the guy that gets it out and flings it quick. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that that's a smart strategy for him, because if he's under pressure the whole game, eventually he's going to be thrown off his rhythm. And the Patriots operate on a rhythmic type offense. It's a machine. It's a well-oiled machine. Bunch of iterations, bunch of sequences. So you have to throw a wrench into that machine in order to break it. Could Edelman get MVP? Jack, maybe not on this earth. I don't know what other part of the multiverse where he is that dominant of a player to get the MVP. Usually when the wide receiver is balling out like that, they probably would go to the quarterback. So I don't know. If you know something I don't, let me know so that I could put my money down on it. All right, that does it for us. Another edition of Let's Talk About It. Tomorrow and Friday, we will be live from Atlanta, Super Bowl 53 Radio Row with Taylor Rook, so be sure to tune into that. Thank you to production and everybody in the back, and thank you for your comments. You guys have been awesome. Until next time, I'm Jeff. Follow me everywhere at Jeff J Says, and we'll talk to you later.